Hey guys, my name is Cam Lindsay, and I am the co-director of Beatcaster. And before I kind of get into the nitty-gritty, just a show of hands, who here has listened to music today? Cool. Who here would say that music plays on a daily basis a pretty big part of their life, or that it's something that they really rely on? Cool, a few of us. So for all of those questions, Beatcaster and myself especially, all of them are resounding yeses. And so we created a game that we believe will help enable people to build new relationships and new connections with music, and ideally their favorite artists as well. So Beatcaster, at its essence, is a game where players cast augmented reality spells on beat and work together to defend the game's soundtrack from invaders who are trying to stop the music and kill the good vibes. And the idea here is that once you finish playing this game, you leave it almost feeling like a badass rock star Harry Potter. If you've played Galaga, Dishonored, or Guitar Hero, we take references from all of these. Galaga specifically based off of the enemy movements and kind of the space alien vibes. In addition to Dishonored, which is kind of an action game where you cast spells. And the third is Guitar Hero. I spent inordinate amounts of time in my childhood on Guitar Hero. And so that's definitely an inspiration here as well. And so at its core, the game Beatcaster revolves around players protecting the generator. And you can see the generator here in the center. And this is rough concept art from a few months ago. We actually, now that we have a partnership and a few art directors from Art Center, we're going full throttle on developing new concept art. But this is just some sketches that we drafted up that showcases the core elements here. So the generator itself produces AR music visualizers, and those visuals actually react directly to the instruments that are embedded inside that generator. The game itself is based upon an 8 to 10 minute long song that's like a continuous DJ mix. And so the first level itself will have the instruments for the first part of that song. So it would be the bass, maybe some hi-hats, maybe a few synths here and there. And then the visuals that are being emitted from that are actually reacting to the exact BPMs and different frequencies that are present inside of that generator. Also, something I forgot to mention is that this is a location-based game. So it's going to be hosted inside of a 3D geodesic dome. Think of like if you've ever seen projection mapping experiences or something like that. That'll be happening inside of this dome, and will be actually happening at music festivals and concerts themselves. And so the idea here is that the song is embodied within the one generator at the very beginning, and the player's goals are to protect that generator from these enemies, and we call these enemies bad vibes. And bad vibes are going to be being spawned all around the dome, and their one goal is to get to the generator and ram into it in order to lower the generator's health, and thereby destroying the song. So if you were to move forward in the game, from level to level, you get additional generators, and the enemies themselves gain different complexities, paths towards the generators, and different abilities as well. And the players can unlock newer, more powerful, unique spells to be able to kill those bad vibes before they get to the generators. So if you think about from level 1 to 2, you would then into level 2 have 2 generators, level 3 have 3 generators, and their visuals are very much so linked to the instruments that are there, and they all have their own visual aesthetics. So right now we have 2 major partnerships. One I forgot to add down here with Art Center as well, but we have a partnership with the USC Concerts Committee, and at the end of the year, the USC Concerts Committee puts on a massive show called Springfest. 2 years ago, Migos and Ray Shremmerd played. Last year, Glass Animals played, along with Lil Pump. And so it's really big artists, and we're working directly with them in order to figure out a way in which an artist that performs at Springfest could actually do a remix of our game soundtrack and have them be the artists that have, like the game itself, they do a remix of the game soundtrack. In addition to the Ivy Young Academy, which is my major, which is going to be focusing on how does this actually exist after this year. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is live music, and that's kind of my traditional background. And so what we're going to be looking to do is taking this game to music festivals during this summer so that people can actually play this on site at festivals like Lightning in a Bottle or Panorama New York. Different festivals where these would actually be really natively held, and people would actually be really excited about it. In regards to hardware, we currently have a hardware partnership with Mira, which is an AR headset, so that people aren't going to be playing a game holding up a phone. They'll actually be able to have their hands free with the controller so that they can cast spells. And I'm meeting with the team from Subpack actually tomorrow to solidify our partnership with them, which is essentially they create a backpack that is a high-fidelity subwoofer. And so you can actually get really incredible immersive haptic feedback, not only reactive to the sound of the music, but also to indicate where maybe enemies are coming from, so that you don't have to be looking around all the time, and the backpack can indicate where you should be looking. One of the things I forgot to mention about the game as well is that players, if they cast on beat, which will be pulsating through their controller and their backpack, they'll be able to build up their combo meter and be able in that way unlock cool new spells that are more powerful and have different abilities. We're also using a Vive integration. If you've played around with the Vive headset, you'll know that it has really great quality and the tracking is really great within that as well. So we're actually using Vive trackers on top of our headsets so that people can move around in this space and be really active. Currently, so far, for artists that we've been talking to for the actual soundtrack of the game, if you're familiar with Odessa or Louis the Child, both of those artists and their creative teams are really excited about this game. And they're waiting for us to be able to build out a prototype of what the game itself will actually be, and then we'll continue conversations about whether this would be something that they want to spend some time creating a custom DJ track for. So for you guys here at Fullerton, why would you want to join Beatcaster and put your time into this team? Because we really want you to, and we kind of synthesize into three main areas. Number one is that it's artistic freedom. Right now, we have our art directors on board from Art Center, but you can really have your creative hand inside of this game. We're a really engineering-heavy team right now with 3 technical artists. But if you are interested in something like this and you want to figure out what the future of immersive live music and music embodied in AR is like, this is your playground, y'all. And we would love for this to be a place where you come in and sink your teeth into it. Again, what I mentioned is that this is a real-world application. We're not going to just make this game, put it on the shelves, and have it be like a cool little memoir for us. We actually want to take this on the road this year, and I'm going to be working my hardest during this entire year to be building relationships with festivals and be able to bring us to these different festivals and showcase our work to people that are there and love this music. And lastly, it's that augmented reality. If you look at the companies that are creating their own headsets, Apple, Microsoft, Magic, Facebook, Google, these guys are all investing in millions and millions of dollars into creating their own headsets, and they are banking on the fact that this is going to take over what we all have in our pockets today. So if you're working within this medium right now at the very forefront of what we're doing, you'll get some really great hands-on experience about how AR works in the real world, how location-based entertainment and content within location-based entertainment works, and be able to prepare yourself so that on your resume, if you want to be doing AR work in the future, you'll have a real experience to point towards. So in regards to who we're really looking for, we're looking for technical artists and visual effects artists, people that either have previous experience in particle effects, shaders, and procedural graphics. As you can see here, a lot of these spells that we're going to be casting and the visuals themselves are reactive to music. So we have our audio team working on being able to extract data from music files, and then you can be able to use that data to create really cool, compelling visuals. As the previous teams have said, if you have a ton of experience, super tight. If you don't, but you really want to dive into this area and you have a little bit of knowledge, we're working within Unity, you have a little bit of knowledge, but you really want to push it and have this be a learning opportunity, we're super down for that as well. And in addition, we're looking for modelers, people that see these enemies that we've done rough sketches of, or the wands, or the generators themselves, and really want to get deep into making those look sexy and fun for this game. Please, we would love that. And again, this is your playground. We want to make this your playground. So if those are things that you're interested in, or you want to come learn more, I'll be over there on the tables. You're more than welcome to talk to me. My name is Cam as well. Here's my email. And y'all, I'm ready to start a new music revolution in a new dimension. And if you are as well, we'd love to have you. Thank you so much.